Webs of intrigue. Every morning when I open the door of the small screened-in porch and step down the stairs onto the wooded path, the same spider has built its web and I walk right into it. She doesn't seem to be deterred by relocation of her home day after day. She just builds again to suit her fancy. I ask the spider what she knows and she says nothing. Persistent in my inquiry, I lose myself in watching her devour the night's prey one morning, spin her web the next. Intrigued, I am drawn into her story and lost within it one morning for half an hour or more. Grateful for all she has taught me, I am nevertheless aware I have been sidetracked from my original intention of a walk in the woods. Get too close without remaining present to your own heart, and you will be drawn into someone else's dance in this life and lose the rhythm of your own. On the walk through the woods, there are more spider webs, large clusters of thick tangled webs that seem to have been hanging for years. In my life, I had so loved, feeling a part of the web, making my home with those busy weaving. I particularly loved the short but shining opportunity to weave with weavers, bringing home to the many who felt as if they had had no home in this world, not necessarily the physical homeless, but rather those who felt perhaps forgotten, cast off, lesser than. It had meant the world to me, the home that I was welcomed into, where I could have some small part in furthering a cause I had come here to be. It was my why, my because, that was filled by being in the work that I loved. I had been flung far from those silken threads and seeking to weave some home or beauty for myself for 18 years, but had merely a single strand of evidence that I'd done anything but survive. Spinning, I had spun out and slept in some sort of spider cave for years. When I awoke, I barely managed to feed myself. It was a lonely life. Now here I found myself wandering in these woods, without purpose really, but for once it didn't matter. The next time I came upon a spider weaving, I stopped and watched a while. She moved to the center and traced the inner circle, then made her way up and out, navigating the maze that was her very means of survival. As I watched her in the fading afternoon light of autumn, I wondered how many times she might have had to begin again. Marveling at the fact that I had this moment on this particular wandering through the woods of my life, it occurred to me that maybe it was okay that I had not remastered the mix of weaving some other home. I was in the midst of wonder, standing at the center of my life. This had to come before the cause. Anyway, right?